Diversity Action Plan Step 4. Fighting the stigma of mental health. For my social justice issue, I chose to search into mental health issues and finding resources for aid. In my personal life, I started having anxiety at a young age, and depression started around 5th grade. In my late high school years, I started having problems with my academics in school. This continued into my first attempt at college, 2016 to 2020, and in 2017 I was experiencing extremely difficult symptoms of anxiety and depression and was tested for mental health disorders. I was diagnosed with bipolar II disorder and high-functioning anxiety. Therefore, I chose mental health as my social justice issue because it has a tremendous impact in my life, and I do not want others to suffer as I once did. Why does mental health matter? Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make healthy choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. Here I'm referencing the CDC. How is mental health a social justice issue? Mental health does not only affect those who suffer from their condition. Mental health affects loved ones, friends, relationships, coworkers, among many other things. Poor mental health can affect your work performance, your attendance, and how you work with others. Poor mental health can also lead to isolation, which leads to problems with interactions with others and how we communicate with others. These things can be especially difficult on children who are trying to form bonds with their peers and family members. In adulthood, this social isolation can lead to family breakdown, divorce, or even child neglect. Here I'm referencing Tulane University. What I did for my Diversity Action Plan Step 4. For my DAP number 4, I created a flyer with rip-off tabs that I posted in various locations around my hometown. In my flyers, I included local churches that can help, local mental health clinics, suicide hotline numbers, and emergency numbers. I felt led to doing this as I wanted a quick and efficient way to communicate my information while also reaching out to people in my community who may be struggling. I also posted on my Facebook page, which got a few people to share, of the flyer and a brief commentary on mental health awareness. This is what my flyer looked like. If you'd like to see it more in depth, I would be happy to send it to whoever would like to see it. In the first section, I had local churches, which included First Baptist Church of Hawarden, Activation Church of Sioux Center, and Akron First Baptist Church. I included churches from 3 separate towns for people who may be from separate towns, but are still seeking help and care. In the second section, I included contact information for medical specialists. The 2 that I have here is the Siouxland Mental Health Center in Sioux City, who also has an option for a crisis hotline, or the Promise Community Health Center in Sioux Center. In the third section, I have contact information for immediate needs, the Helpline Center in Sioux Falls by dialing 211, or you can text your zip code to 898-211, or the Suicide National Hotline, dial 988. And of course, in case of an emergency, please dial 911. For the poll tabs for people to take and utilize, I included the National Suicide Hotline number and the Sioux City Medical Clinic number. Where did I post my flyers? Gas station number 1 was Quick Corner. Gas station number 2 was Casey's. I posted some at Sunshine Grocery, The Laundromat, Pizza Ranch, Route 10 Drive-In, and First Baptist Church of Hawarden. Why did I choose these locations? I chose these locations as I felt that they might be the most seen due to the amount of people who come and go by them. I also chose these locations as I thought that some of the places, such as the laundromat and the drive-in, might be of good use, as there is potential for the more needy to see them, or for the case of the drive-in, it is predominantly teenagers who work there, and as we have seen in recent years, mental health in teenagers has and their difficulties has risen significantly. According to the CDC, ADHD, anxiety problems, behavior problems, and depression are the most commonly diagnosed mental disorders in children. Estimates for ever having a diagnosis among children aged 3 through 17 in 2016 to 2019 are given below. ADHD has 9.8%, approximately 6 million. Anxiety has 9.4%, approximately 5.8 million. Behavior problems, 8.9%, approximately 5.5 million. And depression, 4.4%, approximately 2.7 million. My results. Quick corner, after day 2, none were gone. After day 5, 1 was gone. And day 7 and 10, there was still only the 1 gone. At K-Season, on day 2, none of the tabs were gone, and when I returned on day 5, the flyer had been taken down by the store. At Sunshine, none were gone through day 10. At the laundromat, day 2, none were gone. Day 5, none were gone. Day 7, 1 was gone, and day 10, 3 were gone. At Pizza Ranch, none were gone through day 10. At Route 10, day 2, none were gone. Day 5, 1 was gone. Day 7, 1 was gone. And day 10, 2 were gone. At First Baptist Church, none were gone through day 7, so after church that Sunday, I took them down. And the Facebook post, I received 1 like and 2 shares after 1 week of time. Unfortunately, it was not a very well seen post. What would I do next time? If I were to try an action plan like this again, I would try to reach a greater amount of people. Instead of sticking with only my town, I would go to other towns and hand out the flyers. I would try to make the Facebook post more widely spread, and I would reach out to people to help spread the word. As I continue through my schooling, I plan to go to Bible college to become a pastor. And one of my greatest goals, in addition to spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ among the nations, I plan to focus my Christian counseling on those who are hurting, lost, sick, and need Jesus more in their lives. Ultimately, my goal for this is to reach out to those who may be less fortunate and are struggling, so that people know that there are resources out there to help them and that they are not suffering alone. And here are my resources.